Welcome to Hot Women Wanted.
We're three childhood best friends who have been through it all and talk about it all.
Everything from hot flashes to hot takes to hot topics. So come join us.
Hi, Hotties. Welcome to Hot Women Wanted. We are on episode 9. Wow, magic number 9. Can't believe it. I am Julie Strauss-Greeley, and I am joined by my fellow Hotties and best friends. For me, this is the first one of the new year. Meredith Young and Julie Cola. How are you guys? Temperature check. How is everybody?
Hi, Jules. Welcome back.
Hey.
Welcome back. Happy New
back.
Year. Well, okay, I'm giving more updates on my menopause journey, my HRT journey.
Okay.
So I think I left off last week that I wasn't doing great on the progesterone. Like, I just was having a bad reaction. I saw a friend of mine over the weekend, and she was like, people do have very hard reactions to progesterone. So of course I reached out to my two fellow hotties, and Julie's on the phone. Like, I chatted with them, and lo and behold, Strauss, of course, hooked me up with the right. Let's see, I started it. I'm on day 2 of it. But a new product, and I read a lot about it. It's, how do you pronounce it? Duave?
I pronounce it Duavi, but I am sure that's wrong. I am 1,000,000% sure that's wrong. There's
Duavi.
no way that's right.
Well, I started it. So anyway, of course, it's not covered. My insurance is not covering it.
Oh, really?
But, yeah, I know. I can't believe this.
That's just,
And of course, if these were products that men needed to use every day to stay sane and not become homicidal, they would all be covered and free.
100%. They'd be
Sure, by
handing
address
them out
covered.
in Walgreens for free.
Mm-hmm.
Just as an FYI, I did a little research on it. It does not. It's one of the few drugs that's on the market by Pfizer. It's one of the few drugs that's on the market that you don't need progesterone. It has some kind of blocker in it. So for anybody else who's having a hard time with progesterone, which I was, it's a really good option. And
spell it, just because I'm sure I'm pronouncing it wrong. It's Duavee, and it is 1 pill daily.
Yep. Okay. And so just so everybody knows, if you go and get this, I did get a coupon. So my insurance did not cover, but I did get a coupon, and it's ending up being about $100 a month, which is not fabulous, but also it was like $400 a month without the coupon. So
That's crazy.
It's crazy. I really am not a fan of my insurance, and I find so many things are not covered by my insurance for some crazy reason. This is covered, so who knows? But
That's
my
great.
doctor had to really fight for it. Like, really, we went through a couple of appeals, and we had to show all kinds of stuff. So listen, ladies out there, stick with it. It's worth it. I know the insurance companies throw these appeals at, denials at you. Appeal, appeal, appeal. You will get it eventually.
I know that's the one you like, but there's other ones out there that,
Oh yeah.
Clearly
Clearly not sponsored, no connection to Pfizer, but I wish. But it's great. I've been on it for over a year. I'm really happy on it.
Yeah, and I think the big seller about it is that it doesn't have the progesterone, and that's what's so hard on women's bodies. From what I've read.
So you'll report back in a couple of weeks and tell us how you feel.
I will.
Yeah. It's been a journey, Mare. I hope we're on the other side of this mountain.
I know.
I think we might be. Fingers crossed. And another little note on the temperature check mode, just a little sad note, obviously, about what's going on in LA. As we record this, it's Monday. And I just want to send some love out to Los Angeles. Actually, my youngest daughter is at UCLA in her senior year of college. And Westwood, where UCLA is not an evacuation point, but she has evacuated because of the air quality. I have cousins there who lost their home in Malibu, and a lot of friends and people I know, and it's just heartbreaking. It's just absolutely heartbreaking. So we want to just give a little moment of love and support. If we have any listeners on the West Coast, we're thinking about you. And whatever anybody can do, the slightest little things do help. There's so many wonderful campaigns and efforts going. So anything that people can manage to donate would be a great thing.
Yeah, Chloe has quite a few friends who live in Los Angeles, and it's been terrible. So our hearts go out to all our friends in Los Angeles and California.
Yeah.
Okay. Definitely. All right. So what is next? Is it hot trend?
Well, I think we are going to go.
Or not?
I think if you have a hot trend, we'd love to have you go into hot trends.
Tell us. Tell us what you must be using.
If I have a hot trend, please. I mean,
You
where
open
to
that closet. What are you filling in your closet today?
By the way, Strauss, had you heard of the lip crayon, the Ilia lip crayon?
Yeah, I own it. Why do you think Cola has it?
Okay. Well, nobody told me.
Yeah.
With a sharpener. Do you like a sharpener?
Shocker
Haven't
because
tried it yet. Terrified.
yeah, use that sparingly. I use a different sharpener and it ain't great. Anyway, moving
I
have
have
to
a
say, honestly,
$50 sharpener.
I do love the Ilia crayon. Like I have it on now. I love it, and I have the color that you said.
Oh, really?
Yes, I was listening to the podcast on my way back from Mexico. It was fabulous, guys, and I have the color that you said, and I think that's what I'm wearing. I love that color. Love it.
I have that color too.
Yeah, I love it. I honestly, at this point, I'm just buying new crayons as they go. I'm like tossing them out the window. I love the product so much. All right, but today's beauty trend, because I do have a bunch, I want to talk about a brand. I use a few things from the brand, and I really want to shout this out. Of course, no sponsorship, no connection, but I really want to shout it out because it was created and geared towards specifically menopausal women, started by Naomi Watts, the actress. It's like, how multi-talented can you possibly be, Naomi? And she started a brand called Stripes. I have 3 products here that I'm going to show you. I actually own a bunch of their products, but these are my 3 faves. And they each do different things. And I also love the packaging. It's all like colored and like, I just love, I'm like a real consumer. I love packaging and I love the names. All the names are really quippy and funny. So the first thing I want to talk about is called the Full Monty. This is I'm going to read it. It's a hydrating vitamin C body oil. I can't say enough about body oil, women. Ladies, friends, and listeners, I cannot say enough. Everybody, in addition to your moisturizer, you need to be using a body oil. All of that crepey skin that you're seeing, all those like little fine wrinkles, body oil. So I love this product. It's amazing. I mix it in with my moisturizer. I put it on in the shower. That's great. This is
Wait, I have a question. Does it stick to your clothes now? Like I feel like
not at all. I have it on now. It absorbs right in and makes you feel smooth like a seal. Just fabulous. I love it. I just love it. My second product that I want to talk about is called Evening Wear. This is an evening cream. This is, no shocker, guys. Hold the ridicule. This is my last step in a multi-step evening process on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
Why not every day?
You have a Monday, Wednesday, Friday evening process?
Sure do. Saturday is a
down, or is it all up here?
It's all up here. Saturday is a floater day, wherever the wind takes me, and then I've got a Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday routine. Anyway.
Wait, why not? Why can't you do that every day?
Because I do like a product that's a peel that's a little bit more harsh. I do that Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday.
She likes to use all her products in a week.
I do. So this is called Evening Wear. It has retinol in it. It's a really moisturizing face cream, and I also love the top. I mean, it's kind of dirty, like it's smushed in, but you push it down, and the product design, it's just superb. And then my favorite of all favorites, Jules and Mary. You've seen this in the shower, in the Hamptons, in the outdoor shower. It is called the Crown Affair. This, to me, has been a game changer. I don't know if you guys have noticed a change in your hair texture. Well, Julie, you can wave out because we all know you're not in menopause. As I look at your lustrous,
everything changed.
Right.
Julie,
Jules.
as I look at your lustrous mane, please don't make me mute you.
Not true. It's my hair's thinner.
Okay, well, for me and Mary, I don't know if you've noticed your texture changing, but mine was getting a lot drier. You know, the grays come in, they're very wiry. This is a deep conditioner, comes in a pot. Ooh. It smells divine. You put it on, comb it through, do your other sudsing, your whatever, your soap, whatever, leave it on for like 2-3 minutes. I swear I have noticed the biggest difference in my hair from using this product. So I cannot say enough. This is my beauty trend of the week, Stripes Beauty. There's a million more products. Every single one I've tried, I'm a huge fan. No connection, but love them.
I'm curious.
Me too. I'm going to buy the hair stuff.
Yes, it's called the Crown Affair, and it's fabulous.
Okay.
And you only try it a couple times a week. Yeah. So
Okay.
there you go.
Perfect. I love it. I love it.
Should we move to the hot seat?
Yes.
They're doing the hot seat.
There's nothing in the note in the hot seat.
Jennifer Aiden.
It says,
Yes, there is.
It says Z in our.
I know.
It printed for me. It printed for me. For some reason.
It didn't print for me either, but it's Jennifer Aiden and Ramona Singer. Take it away.
Got it. Okay, thank you. Oh my God, because my latte is not working yet. Okay.
You told me you were very updated on the
I'm kept up to speed on the Jennifer Aiden thing, much to my dismay, because it's horrible. But Jennifer Aiden was I think she was in Jersey Mike's.
It was at the airport at like
Jersey
first
Mike's
thing in the morning.
Yeah,
like 7 o'clock in
ordering
the morning.
sandwiches.
Probably like a Newark airport.
Yeah, I'm sure. And really was very, very rude and disrespectful to the person working there. And it was just terrible. So I've been watching it. She's been canceled from a few things. Andy came on and was like disappointed in her, said she kind of made her own bed. I think it's
canceled from everything. This is disgusting.
Not only that, she filmed it herself. She's the one who posted it. It's not even like somebody else witnessed it and posted it. She thought it was great.
She thought it was great. She thought it was great. Her husband's mad at her. Everybody's mad at her, and as they should be. It was terrible. So that's Jennifer, and then Ramona, on the day of the fires, in Palm Beach. I guess I don't know. She's somewhere in southern Florida.
Palm Beach for the winter.
Oh my God! What a beautiful day! It's gorgeous. Looking out at the ocean, it's gorgeous. Oh, like
sunset.
I'm gonna play some tennis and swim, like whatever she said. Terrible.
Didn't she say something like, "I feel so bad for those people in California"? Like bragging about something like awful like that.
No, I think it was. No, I think it was like. I think it was just that it was so tone deaf that she was posting it on that night. Like, what a beautiful evening. Meanwhile, people's homes, their entire livelihoods are burning to the ground, and Ramona's having a great sunset in Palm Beach. She is the most tone deaf individual ever.
I've never seen anyone with a lack of self-awareness than Ramona Singer.
Good riddance to these two. I don't miss them on my screens. I do not miss them in my life. And I hope Jennifer Aiden, I really have always found her really tough to take. And I don't think Jersey's coming back in any old form, but I hope she is done. I will not miss her.
You know what the most offensive thing about that story was? The sandwich she wanted to get was a tuna sandwich. Who brings a tuna sandwich onto an airplane?
Oh. I think she was getting it for one of her kids. I think it was.
So bring a tuna fish sandwich onto an airplane.
All right.
That
wasn't the most obnoxious.
I mean, listen, given what's going on these days in air travel, I'll take it. I mean, between the bare feet and the fucking Noah's Ark parade of animals coming down the aisle, I'm like, what is that? Like, what is that animal?
By the way, you know who's kind of really doing well? Who's really emerged as kind of superheroes in all this LA horror are the Pratt.
Spencer Pratt and Heidi, yeah.
Really, like they have been so real, and she's been like, people are like on Spotify streaming her music just
so that she gets the proceeds.
Yeah. It's really nice, and fans are coming out for them. I really love that, and they've just been so real and honest about how horrible it's been.
It's really terrible, But
I feel like a lot of the celebrities who lost their homes, and they've really all been very and they've all just been really good models for how to handle something so terrible, and they're in it with everybody else. It's terrible. It just goes to show you, like Jennifer Aiden, you're gonna pick on I hate to say it, but kind of elderly person working at like 6 a.m. at an
and on the holiday. It was New Year's Day. I mean, how horrible!
It's just outrageous.
By the way, if you call her elderly, then you're calling us elderly. Just that.
No, not Jen, but the woman at the store.
No,
I think was like,
the woman was our age.
Yeah, she is. She's
not
little.
I would not say elderly.
80? Who said she was 80?
I thought someone said the woman was 80.
Jennifer called her age. Probably no, she's not 80. She's our age, friends.
Okay.
She's our age, but Jennifer was like, "Oh my God, she was 80 years old." No, she's our age. And let's not call her elderly. Let's call her middle-aged.
Well, as we all know, she'd be called ma'am. This is not somebody who,
Yeah.
All right, enough of Jennifer Aiden. Let's move on.
Okay, let's move on.
Okay,
hot off the press.
Hot off the press. So what I just spotted today was, and I don't know if it's true, this is all allegedly, Paige DeSorbo was spotted at an Eagles game with a guy named Joe D'Amelio, who's the vice president of football marketing at Clutch Sports. And she was wearing a fancy Eagles jacket that he apparently gave her. And they were in these, some hot seats and photographed by everybody. So that's, if you go to that and you're with the guy, you want to be noticed. You know what I mean? You don't wear the Eagles jacket at a major game in a box unless you want to be noticed.
Listen,
so
I'm not
a little soft
She's
one.
adorable. She's a catch.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, poor Craig. What can I say?
know.
Poor Craig.
I feel terrible for Craig.
Poor Craig.
He's adorable, though. He will be snatched up fast. I'm sure girls are lining up to be the next Paige DeSorbo for him.
I mean, let's see. Listen, again, I've watched Craig for a lot of years on TV. He does have some issues, as we all do, but, I'm sad for him. Seems like he was kind of blindsided. That's what I took away from last week's news.
Yes, and by the way, I do want to make a correction from our last episode.
Yeah.
And so Julie Strauss so kindly pointed out to me.
From the plane. I was texting you.
Kindly pointed out to me that I should not stop my creatine because I accidentally called Kylie Jenner Kendall Jenner, and I meant Kylie Jenner and Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah. Kylie.
And I still don't believe.
Another couple that we'll be hearing about breaking up any minute now.
Yeah.
Any minute now.
But I really appreciate your how kindly you and gently you did that with me.
You're welcome.
All right, ladies, let's move on.
Okay.
We got to move on.
I think the hottest trend, or the hot topic this week is the Traitors.
The
Traitors with the big release, 3 episodes.
Welcome back.
I agree.
Let's say before we start talking about this, in this section of the pod, we are going to talk about spoilers. So if you haven't seen the Traitors or you haven't watched all 3 episodes,
right,
fast forward ahead for the pod because we are going to talk about spoilers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Loving it. God, I love this show. From the jump. As soon as it starts, I'm in heaven that we're there.
I love it. I love Alan's kilt. As soon as he gets out of his little fancy, was he on a horse? How did he arrive? Carriage?
I think it was a horse this time. Wasn't it a horse?
It's the whole thing, the whole setup.
It's great. The whole setup is
good.
great.
His costumes, his way, his funny little quips and his asides and all. I love when he looks right to camera and he's got a funny one-liner. It's awesome. It is so good. He's one of the best hosts, I think, really.
Oh, yes.
Well, he is also a major actor and Tony, award winner. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
he has the theatrics in him.
Yeah.
But let's talk about that. Okay, let's talk about what we think so far.
Well, let's talk about the gays.
Yeah.
It's a great gay season. Having 2 gay
daughters,
I want to say, yay Traitors, good for you. They have on there Bob the Drag Queen, Carolyn from Survivor, Chriselle Selling Sunset, who's now married to a non-binary man. Oh, sorry.
Non-binary.
Non-binary.
A non-binary.
You're going to get
non-binary girls. Non-binary, period.
Edit. I caught myself. And a non-binary person.
Yes.
And then Gabby, who I thought this was one of the best lines when they asked her how her time on the Bachelorette went. She said, "Well, I'm a lesbian now." I love that.
And
so
they also,
yay for the gays. Yay
and they also
for your
they're all
community.
I think, Nikki Bella, I think, has joined that group, but they're all calling themselves the Bambies.
Okay.
Their group and the Traitors are called the Bambies, and they're kind of quietly powerful.
Yes, they are. They're very. I think they're kind of like
Bob the Drag Queen. Bob the Drag Queen is not in that group. I'm just talking about the women.
Yeah.
They're calling themselves the Bambies.
It's a good group. I like Nikki Bella, by the way. I didn't really know much about her, but I like her so far.
Yeah.
I have to say, some people are they're a quiet. Like Sierra didn't really talk much. I don't really watch Big Brother, so I'm not familiar with with the women from Big Brother. But it doesn't matter. You just kind of get into the characters right off the bat.
Yeah.
I'll tell you who Sierra's talking to. Zac Efron's brother. I'm calling it here. I see a romance brewing. It could be a flirtation. It could be something.
I love that.
There's
You did
something
too?
going on. I think
I
there is.
love
It is
that.
not been verified. I got my eye on those two. They sit next to each other at all the round tables. I like it. I like it.
I like
Okay.
it too.
So Zac Efron's brother, who I can't remember his real name,
Nobody can, and everybody in the world is calling him Zac Efron's brother.
and I was so disinterested in him. And then I'm like, he reminds me of Pilot Pete. And then he kind of plays like Pilot Pete. Like everyone was sort of like, who cares about Pilot Pete? He's a snooze. And then he started figuring out stuff. And Zac Efron's brother is kind of quietly figuring out stuff fast.
I think it's
Yeah.
a huge insult to him to call him like Pilot Pete.
Why? Pilot Pete was good.
But
Pilot
he's,
Pete was good at the game.
He was a good player. I'm not talking about his
but
playing.
he's ick.
No, I thought on Survivor, on the Traitors, he was a real player.
Wait, Pilot Pete is ick in life, in real life?
Yes. Yes.
Why? Why?
He was on The Bachelor.
Yeah,
And
no, I know who he is, but I liked him on The Bachelor, no?
No.
He was terrible?
Terrible on The Bachelor. Screwed all his women over.
Oh,
Like, I'm not talking about that, but I'm talking about his.
But that's who he is. He has no one in his
But
life now.
he was good. He was great on Traitors.
He was great on Traitors.
He was a good player. He was a good player.
I'm not talking about anyone's character. I'm just talking about people's gameplay.
You know who's a terrible player? No shocker here. Couldn't be more wrong in all of his predictions. Tom Sandoval. I mean, after that first round table, and Tom's like, I've got my eye on like whoever he said. It was like wrong, and wrong.
And also, did he not bring deodorant? The sweat on his t-shirt
Oh my
is
God.
unbelievable.
Killed, and he wore a kilt the first episode. It's like, you're not the host. Like, shut up, Tom.
Oh my
He's
God.
so annoying. He's so annoying. I was hoping he was going to go first. And,
Oh, me too. Oh, me
He
too.
seems- You know what's a bummer? Dorinda Medley, who would have been fantastic, voted out for her.
Fantastic.
I was so bummed when
That
she
was I think that was a real loss.
They really are going after the Housewives.
Well, they always do. But see, this is the second season. They did that last season, too. You want to know why? And I think they have a point to it. And this is kind of what I wanted to bring up, which is I think the other players assume that the Housewives don't have gameplay. And for the most part, they don't. So
Yeah.
I think they're easy to pick them off. I think they either think like, oh, they're going to be one of the traitors, like Alan's going to pick them because they don't have gameplay, so they're going to be protected, or they're just not. They don't know how to navigate the game, so they pick them off. It happens to be the biggest bummer that of the four of them, and you guys don't know Robin because you don't watch Potomac. I know Robin from Potomac. She's actually good too, and she could end up being very good. But it's just a bummer that they picked the one who actually really would have had gameplay.
Dorinda would have been fantastic. I don't know Robin. Right now I find her to be a snooze.
She has this very low, flat tone. She could put you to sleep. Like she could do a calm zap. It's like her voice is like literally, it's like, but she's a snake. And she got kind of kicked off Real Housewives of Potomac because kind of doing what like Kyle and some of these, and Teresa, like she refused to talk about her real life, like what was going on, and there was real stuff going on, and she was not invited back. But she could be very good. Chanel Ayan is just for, there's nothing going on upstairs. Nothing.
Great. She's already voted off, so who cares? Like she's gone already.
Yeah.
She's gone. Tony's gone. But how about how they tried to get Rob? Like that was really exciting when Rob was gonna, and then nobody.
I love that.
I couldn't believe that nobody bit. I thought somebody was gonna bite and bring Rob on immediately.
Yeah, me
Then
too.
No,
nobody
because then you would have right away had to vote somebody else off, and I think that's such a you would have pissed everybody off. Like you literally
I
just.
think it would have made you look like a real player, like real cutthroat. I don't know. I liked it.
They could,
But,
yeah, I liked it.
They were so determined to get him on, and then they bring him on with the two other guys, one from the challenge and then one from.
No idea who those people are. No.
It doesn't even matter. It's all guys and with all like a heavy.
By the way,
male-
speaking of which, I was just listening to Radio Andy as I raced home for this recording. And they were talking about, there were two people, they do like an after show. There are two producers on Watch What Happens Live and Andy's shows. So two of Andy's producers, and they were saying that Andy would be so upset with the way the game is being played right now because it's very bro heavy. They were
I was just gonna say.
Yeah.
and they were saying that these survivor players and the other real gamers are so serious and they take the fun away from the show.
Yeah.
So either you're watching for strategy or you're watching for like entertainment, and Andy would be super upset is what they were
I don't agree with that opinion. That's not what I was going to say. I think that the challenger people are great players, and I think the survivor people are great players, but you have to put a woman in there. You can't just bring in 3 guys. Like, I don't know why they decided to bring in 3 guys. It should have been
and also 3
men and a woman.
bro guys,
with this energy. I'm like, come on, bring a woman on. I mean, these women who play survivor in the challenge, they're like amazing. I mean, Trishelle won.
Julie Cola.
Yeah.
You can go head to head with the people who know Andy personally and very well and question what they said, but I think they probably know.
I disagree with that. That's not my opinion. My opinion is that's not my opinion. I don't agree with that. What I'm saying is that the part of the Traitors that I love.
My opinion.
Yeah, that's my opinion. Sorry, Andy. But that's the part I love about the show. I mean, I love seeing all the gameplay from different shows and how different people think. But
listen, if you've done well on Survivor, if you've done well on Challengers, and if you've done well, although Challengers is more physical than anything, and if you've done well on Big Brother, then you're good at strategy and you're going to be good at this game. Like, I don't mind it. Like, I think it's great. I just was kind of like, guy.
That's what bothered me. 3 guys. I'm like, why would you bring in 3 guys?
That was weird to me. I'm happy that Boston Rob is there, and I got to tell you something. He proved his worth right away in that. I don't know if it was round table 2 or round table 3. I mean, Bob the drag queen was going down. Everybody was like paying attention, and everybody was like, I think it's Bob. And then he literally had to throw him a lifeline and completely diverted the attention and diverted the vote. And then everybody voted for Tony. Like, everybody.
Tony's like his guy. I mean, Tony was like, he really turned on me.
He really did. And also, who's the woman from Big Brother who keeps crying? She's fake crying.
Oh, yeah. Danielle? Is that Danielle?
Danielle.
She's a traitor, right? The one who's a traitor?
Traitor. Yeah. And she thought she had it down. Everyone believes me. I'm such a good actress. And now no one's buying it now.
Yeah. They're like, those are crocodile tears.
I'm kind of worried about the Traitors. I feel like the Traitors are going to get rid off.
I feel like she and Bob were doing great and then very quickly overplayed their hand.
Yeah,
totally.
Well, now they have some work to do because, like, first of all, Boston Rob can't show up to every roundtable and save everybody's ass. Like, at some point, you're screwed.
Yeah.
He's going to start turning on them because he can't save them.
I don't love Carolyn's energy, but I think that's going to work for her because I think she's so wacky that people don't know what she is. Like, they're not going to think she's a traitor.
Except that ending.
So much.
That ending was like, first of all, that challenge for them to all go into a room, like, that was so crazy. I'm like, of course they're going to get caught. Now, I hope the editing made us think that Gabby saw them, but she didn't.
It looks like she saw
everybody get out of the room. The show's over.
I mean, if she saw them all coming out of a room, unless they say, like, oh, we were forming an alliance, do you want to be in it?
Yeah. Right. Yeah, that's the only way you could do it. But she'll be suspicious of them.
And she'll also be like, how did you know that wall opened up into the wine cellar? It's like... It's like, what are you walking around the house, like, looking for, like, secret walls? Also, now that I know the whole scoop from last year, because I was the sucker born every minute. I was the one last year was like, oh, they're going upstairs in the castle to bed. You know, and very quickly disabused me of that. You're like, no, that's like a stage where they film it. Nobody is sleeping there. I was like, what?
I actually thought they did too, and I still believe it. I still believe it.
You see them going upstairs and like, good night.
It's impossible. They said it would be impossible to do the show if everybody was in the same house. You would know who's getting up and moving around. You know what I mean? So you have to keep the Traitors separate.
I think Dorinda was so genuinely so upset that she got voted off, but I must say she probably was thrilled to have, like, her little nightly cocktail back.
Oh my God.
There's nobody drinking on it. We're not drinking on this show.
Very, very, very grouchy without her evening cocktail.
Well, she was grouchy when she got back from that. I mean, I don't blame her.
I don't blame her. They got screwed.
They got rude, and they were freezing, and they brought them back intentionally, like, an hour after the other group. Like, the other group had all showered, changed, and had eaten. Like, it was like...
Totally.
But she would have been so good. I mean, I wish she lasted a little longer. I would have loved to really see her, like, you know, really ream people out. That would have been really good.
Me too.
I agree.
Okay, Gal.
Let's move on.
Let's move on. I love talking about Traitors, but we have next week.
Next week.
Now we're on to, like, one a week, right?
Yeah, one a week.
Yes, I think they did that just to introduce it.
Thursdays. And it's a good, boy, I'd much rather be watching that than Southern Charm these days, because Southern Charm literally put me to sleep. But whatever.
It put me to sleep, but I don't want. Let's talk about Salt Lake City, because it was amazing.
Yeah. Well, was it? But yes.
Yes, it was. It was amazing. That
It
was
was good.
fantastic.
I mean, Mare, and I'm gonna call her Mare.
Meredith.
Mare had a mental breakdown on the bus.
But she has one every episode now.
I'm going to say something.
You can go. Security. Like, I swear to God, I am begging. Maybe it'll happen at the reunion. Somebody's got to do a producer's cut, an editor's cut of every. They have to put this together. They've got to put them on.
That camera angle where it's like a rap song. She's like, you have to.
You have to leave.
And also, I mean, this is allegedly. She slurs her words a lot.
Oh.
And she does. I mean, she does slur her words.
Wow. Okay.
You know, we don't know. We heard she's throwing up. She's not throwing up. She's crying. Something's up with Meredith. I don't know what is going on.
Well, you get to a certain time of day with her and things really go south.
And it happens when you really see it when they're on trips. She completely unravels on trips. And I think it's because you're spending a lot of time with her and you see I don't know, what she's ingesting, not ingesting. Something's going on.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. She really seems way.
I hope she doesn't I hope she doesn't listen to this because she will go after you.
Well, I said allegedly. I mean, she's on television and she's
Actually, it's going to be like Lisa Barlow. Get those lawyers on the phone.
I'll get Lisa Barlow's. I'll have to get all 5 of her lawyers.
I think it's 7. I think she might have 7. She might have 1 or 2 she could spare.
But I mean, who's the Bambi woman who likes to sing? What's her name?
Brittany. Oh, God. Please, God. Please, God. She's not coming back next year, is she?
Talk about the irony. She was, whatever. She's filming them, not filming them. I think she was filming them. They're on a reality show. There's about 5 cameramen in that van.
Filmed. You're on a sprinter van. You're on a sprinter van with about 3
over Brittany's shoulder. I'm like, you're getting mad at her? What about the guy behind her?
The mic.
No, I mean, seriously. Big problem, guys. Big technical problem.
Why?
Hold on. Oh, my God.
Uh-oh.
Hold on. I just got an alert that my computer's dying. Hold on. Oh, my
You
God.
can look at your phone.
Oh, my God.
No, I cannot. Hold on, I'm literally sweating. Keep talking. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm like, frantically. Okay, got it. Woo! Save the day.
Oh, my God. That was...
Senior moment.
The irony of this whole thing, I mean, honestly, of course you don't want people filming you. It's, completely invasive. However, you're on a reality show. You are being filmed 24/7. You signed up for this.
We're literally ganging up on a grown woman.
I know.
Ganging up. The vitriol.
Screaming at her.
For recording you on a show where you're currently being recorded.
And she has the personality of a mouse.
She's like, really.
But I mean, I will say, her excuses were ridiculous.
No, she was filming them.
Okay, so wait. You think she was trying to film them or record them?
100%.
Well, her boyfriend probably. She's probably like, oh my God, you can't imagine she's probably texting, you can't imagine what's going on here. Meredith's flipping out and wanting to film it and send it.
No, the best was every explanation too with Brittany was like slightly different. She's like, well, I was just trying to do this, like the peace sign. And then I had like the next time.
I had the back of the bus. I had the back of the seat. I'm like, well, that makes a lot of sense.
No, and they were like, Brittany, you don't know how to turn your camera around? It was like...
And then she completely diverts them by saying, well, the real thing I want to talk about is, I guess I have to confess to something. And then she says, I'm sleeping with my boyfriend, whoever that guy is. Jared Osman.
Heather started to cry.
Sobbing. She's sobbing.
Crying about it.
Mary Cosby did, and she's like, we
all knew that.
I love it.
Mary Cosby had the line of the episode, as usual, which was, well, if you're going to put a recording device in anybody's room, why would you put it in Meredith? She's so boring.
Because Meredith's boring.
I would like Mary on this show. I want Mary as a guest.
I know.
I have some upsetting news, though. Next week's episode, Angie and Mary get into a terrible fight.
But they made up. They're friends still. I know they get past
Mary
it.
says, you betrayed me.
Oh,
I think Angie might have told, my guess is, I have no idea. I'm thinking she might have told people what's going on with Mary, because I think people might have been like, what's going on with Mary?
And that's very invasive. I mean, you don't share that news.
I'm going to be upset if that happens.
Yeah.
But I do know that they make it out the other side, because they've both spoken about each other on Watch What Happens Live, and the friendship is intact.
Yeah.
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 And also, they do the
I
after show
think-
together. I'm assuming whoever does the after show together is getting along.
Well, Whitney's got to go. She's having a terrible season. She's contributing
Terrible.
nothing, and I'm sick of her.
Nothing.
I think she's got to go.
Me too. Well, I
Horrible
don't
season
think
for
to
Whitney.
go, but she's got to up her game. She really does.
Also, can I just say, and I know we are, and I am still a Bronwyn fan. I love her on the show. I don't want Bronwyn off the show. I love Bronwyn on the show.
Yeah.
But why does she keep doing this? Like, why
Yeah.
does she keep biting the hand that feeds her? I don't get it.
I don't get it
you
either.
Tell
Trying
me
to
when
be relevant.
cameras were down, after she had that whole lunch with them, when they were like building her up and trying to be good friends with her and being like, yeah, they really. Then she ran back to Lisa Barlow that night or whatever and told her, like, is she that? I mean, what is it?
Insecure.
She strikes me as somebody really smart. Is she that desperate for Lisa Barlow's love?
Yes. My thing is yes.
Why?
I
What
think
she is.
she's trying to be relevant on this show, you guys.
I-
I think she's pulling out every stop to have a storyline.
You know what I think?
Every stop.
I think she's a little insecure, and she thinks Meredith and Lisa Barlow are the cool girls, and she's still not past the fact that she wasn't in the other villa. Like, that's the group she wanted to be associated with, and she's just like, I really don't want to be associated with this group. I wanted to be on the other side.
Well, but
So
you know
she's-
what? I don't want to watch this every week, though. Like, I don't want to watch her have a conversation where people are really supporting her and wanting to get to know her, and then she runs back and tells what people are saying. Like,
Jules,
I don't.
what are you talking about? There's one episode left. This is it.
No, I
This is
know.
it.
But I mean, it's a bummer for her. I really, really like Bronwyn. I really do. I want her back. But, like, this has to change. I hope they call her out on this at the reunion. I really do.
They are. I heard she has a tough reunion. She's the
Yeah.
only one who doesn't go to
Yeah.
dinner.
Yeah.
And she
300%,
said she said she had a tough reunion. She said it on Watch What Happens Live because he
Oh,
asked
yeah.
her a question about like who cried the most or whatever, and she's like, I think me. Like,
Okay, I'm gonna bring us into hot takes.
Yeah.
Because we're coming in on time.
Yeah, let's keep it going.
Okay.
love it.
Now, do we want to do we each have a hot take? I have a hot take.
I do
Cole
too.
has yet again. I think we have to. All right, Mary, you go first. Mary, you go first. Cole, you have to do your story. I think we have to add a new section. It's got to be like Cola's Corner. I don't know. Your story.
No way. I don't want to own hot takes. It has to be everybody.
Mary, you go.
No, I don't want to do mine first because if it doesn't measure up, you do yours first, and then I'll decide if I want to do mine.
Listen,
It's
I'm
a
not-
funny story. It's another funny story.
It's funny, not funny. Okay, so it's brain fog take 4. So yesterday,
Totally.
unfortunately, a friend of mine's mom passed away, and the funeral was in the Midwest, but they were live streaming it last night. And there was a link, on the email. There's a link for the service, and they're an hour behind, so I wanted to make sure I got there. I set up my computer, and I'm like, I really want to log on like 15, 20 minutes ahead of time just to make sure like I'm all set up. And my friend is on the phone. We were texting back and forth. I'm like, I'm going to log on early, me too. And I log on, and it's like a whole live stream. So you're in the church and everything. And I'm looking around. I'm like, gosh, I really don't recognize anybody. And I'm looking. And then I don't know why I didn't look first. There's a huge, poster-sized portrait of this woman who passed. And I'm like, that's not the person. I don't want to say out loud who it is, but I was like, this is not the right funeral. And I felt so intrusive to be at someone else's funeral. It felt so wrong. And I completely panicked. And I start texting my friend. I said, you're not going to believe this. The live feed's not working. I said, if you press on that live feed button, it takes you to another funeral. And he said, Julie, it's like talking to my mother. Don't you realize there's a lot of funerals going on and you had to scroll down and find yours and then click on the button? No, I did not realize that. No, I did not realize that.
Funeral?
Technology. Julie is the virtual Mary Cosby trying to get into the bat mitzvah.
So, but thank God I made it in time. But it was such a
Oh my God,
Senior-
it's hilarious.
menopause moment.
Not hilarious. Like boomed into the wrong.
Into the wrong. I'm like, here I am.
Who is that? Who is that?
No, thank God you couldn't see me. It was just a live feed.
Yeah.
But I wanted to be, I wanted to be present. I wanted to be in the moment, and I was.
Well,
really
you were.
trying-
For something else.
You were.
But I did make it in time
Hilarious.
for my friend. I did make it in time, but that was a bit of a senior moment for myself. Menopause moment.
I'm not saying these stories are endless, and I love them. I couldn't love them more.
In the same week that I went to Mary, are you freezing up?
Mary.
Are Mary you still with us?
Oh no!
Oh no, Mary.
Hot takes. Oh my
Mary,
God, she's completely frozen.
Well, we're having some technical difficulties right now. And
We might have to end early for technical difficulties.
This is their AI hottie. They did, in fact, need to end early for technical difficulties, so see you next week, hotties.